A fire broke out at an oil depot in the southern Russian port of Novorossiysk following a Ukrainian drone attack in which 2 people were injured. Novorossiysk is a key hub handling about a fifth of Russia's crude oil exports on the Black Sea. Earlier, Russian President Vladimir Putin directed the military to prepare possible retaliatory measures following what he described as a Ukrainian drone strike on a student dormitory in Starobilsk, located in the Russian-controlled Luhansk region of eastern Ukraine. 10 people have been killed, dozens of others have been injured, and at least 15 remain missing after the attack.
There are no military facilities, special services facilities, or related services near the dormitory. Therefore, there is no basis for claiming that the shells struck the building under the influence of our air defense or electronic warfare systems. The Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been instructed to inform international organizations and the international community about this crime. The Russian Ministry of Defense has been ordered to submit its proposals.
Ukraine, however, has rejected the allegation. Kyiv's general staff stated that its forces had targeted the headquarters of a Russian military unit and denied attacking civilians. Ukrainian authorities described Moscow's claims as manipulative information. The Luhansk region remains at the center of the conflict, with most of the territory currently under Russian control. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts aimed at ending the war are being renewed. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says discussions with the leaders of Britain, France and Germany had focused on reviving peace initiatives and strengthening diplomatic engagement.
We must do everything we can right now to step up diplomatic efforts. I am also awaiting a response from the US side regarding possible formats and a schedule for meetings.
Developments, the International Atomic Energy Agency says it has been informed by Ukraine that a fire broke out at the Dniprovska electrical substation due to ongoing military activity. The incident led to the partial disconnection of the South Ukraine nuclear power plant from its external power supply network. Firefighters have been deployed to contain the blaze. IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi expressed deep concern, warning that infrastructure critical to nuclear safety must never be targeted during conflict. And joining us live from Prague, the Czech Republic, is Olena Tregub. She is the Secretary General of Independent Defense Anti-Corruption Committee and a Ukrainian civil society leader, an expert on defense reform, international relations and sanctions policy. Tregub, it's good to see you and thank you very much for your time. Ukraine has for the longest time blamed Russia for targeting civilian infrastructure. Now we are seeing Ukraine doing the same and targeting schools even and killing children. What do you think will be the ramifications of that if at all it is confirmed that Ukraine is targeting civilian infrastructure?
First of all, Ukraine did not blame Russia, but Russia actually did target civilians, and we have a lot of people in Ukraine dead because Russia for almost 5 years now is bombing our civilian people, because this is the way, the terroristic way of war that they are waging. This is first of all, and this has been documented not by Ukraine, by international organizations. When it comes to your question about what is happening right now, very simple. Ukraine developed capability to strike back. Ukraine is now hitting all areas that are fueling Russian war machine. And we are talking about oil refineries. Russia uses this money from oil to buy weapons. Russia uses this oil to fuel their tanks. We are talking about factories that make drones. We are talking about microelectronics for the war. So yes, we're targeting this critical infrastructure. And if we had acquired this ability to hit Russia earlier, this war could have been over. Because for 5 years, Russia has been pounding Ukraine, doing human safari, hunting our civilians, killing our grandmothers with drones. But Ukraine was not able to strike back. And this is not proper, the way you can win the war. You can win the war on the territory of your adversary, of the territory of the aggressor. And I hope that Ukraine will be able to increase this pressure. And actually, this pressure would then make Putin want to negotiate. It make Putin want to stop the war.
Mr. Gub, let me ask you then, if we're talking about pressure, now that the United States is focused on the Iranian war and a lot of focus from the Ukraine conflict or Russia's war with Ukraine has been taken out, what is your perspective of going forward in this war? Because now President Trump is only focused on two things, America and Iran.
Yes, that's right. Ukraine now is aligned with Europe. I'm now here at the Global Security Conference, GlobSec at Prague, and everybody, all the European leaders present here, they were saying that Ukraine currently is the biggest military power of Europe. And they even discussed that actually Ukraine should provide security guarantees to Europe. So in case Europe is attacked by Russia, Ukraine should help fight off that attack. So Europe is also, of course, committed to keep helping Ukraine. It's important for Europe to step up its defense production, co-production with Ukraine. But yes, if Ukraine and Europe stay together, they can win this war. Even without substantial U.S. support, even if U.S. just stays at the background, it's possible. What is needed is leadership is needed and courage is needed.
All right. Live from Prague, the Czech Republic. It's good to see you, Olena Tregub, and thank you very much for your insights today.
Thank you.